Hi, my name is Lily and welcome back to my channel. Oh, this feels really weird, but I haven't started a vlog in ages and not in this current flat that I live in. But it is the 1st of February, which means it's the start of the Woodies Roundup Readathon, and here I am trying to vlog for the first time in months. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link the announcement video and my TBR video down in the description below. But the Woodies Roundup Readathon is a Pixar-a-thon spin-off, so it is a readathon themed on Toy Story. There are lots of different teams. I am the host and also the team captain of Team Andy. We have to collect a bunch of toys to be on Team Andy, and also there's some recommended toys that you have to steal. So I think my TBR officially is around like 11 or 12 books. I have actually planned a TBR for every single character that I've come up with in the Toy Story universe, but obviously I'm not going to read that many books. That's about 40 characters. I'm not that good. I've actually started the audiobook of Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. That was meant to be for the prompt cinnamon roll main character, but I've kind of discovered already there isn't a cinnamon roll in this book, so I think I'm going to switch it around and make it for the focus on money or wealth, because it is about a president's son and a member of the royal family, a prince, so I think that counts as about wealth and money, so there we go. I don't know what my first physical read is going to be. Probably Diary of a Young Naturalist, because that is my team book and I definitely want to read that one. But I'm also still doing a buddy read of House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J Maas, so I might kind of count that as part of the readathon because I still have about 600 pages left, so that's basically the equivalent to a book, so I might just count that towards the readathon, so that might count as my first book. But yeah, that's my plan so far. Today is Monday, if I haven't said already, and yes, I have work today. I have work most days this month. Surprise, surprise. But yeah, so I'm going to try and read a lot today. I do actually still have a review copy, which you can see here, that I need to finish from last month that I didn't quite finish in time. So I'll probably finish that tonight and then, I don't know, make a start on a physical book, I guess. Ignore how messy my bed is, but she likes to climb on my chair while I'm working. Can you see her still? There you go. Hello, chaotic demon chat. I thought having a cat would be chill. I have a chaotic goblin child, basically. Okay, please ignore the fact that I have 2 massive spots on my face right now. I haven't bothered to put foundation on yet today, but I just finished my lunch break and I decided to DNF this one. So this carries over from January, but I only read about 20 more pages today. So I'm not going to count it in February, I'm going to count it as a DNF in January because, yeah, I'm not enjoying it. It's really like missing a lot of heart to it. What I didn't like was it's a story about immigration and about a family that has been separated by immigration laws, but it's written by someone who is not an immigrant to the United States. So I think that was really missing. It was a white woman trying to write a person of colour, a Turkish child, and it just missed that heart to it. I think it missed the Turkish element to it that I think you would have got if it was an Own Voices book. It's not a bad book in my opinion, but obviously I can't speak to the rep in it. I can speak to the autism rep that's in it. I did see some of it, obviously not loads, so I wouldn't want to pass any judgment on it because I haven't read the whole book. But yes, I wouldn't say it's a bad book, but I just didn't enjoy it. I found it really, really boring, and it was just missing that intrigue for me. And I gave it like a 2.5 stars overall. So yeah, DNF from me. I do need to pick up a physical book, so I'm going to go have a look on my Notion tracker quickly to see what my TBR was. So for my main characters that are required, I have the option of Kingdom of the Souls, Skyward, The Gilded Walls, Harry the Ninth, When Life Gives You Mangoes, A Winter's Promise, Red, White and Royal Blue, Diary of a Young Naturalist, Song of Race and Ruin, Actual Age Eve Brown, The Midnight Library and Camp. So I have started Red, White and Royal Blue as a audiobook. I might read that as a physical and jump between the two. I've done that a few times before and it's kind of helpful. If not, then I may actually go off piste and read The Thursday Murder Club, which is by Richard Osman, and that's because that is my work's book club pick. So I could read that one instead, and that'll be one of my extra steals because I don't think it meets any of the requirements. At least it doesn't meet a requirement where I don't want to take it off the take the other book off the TBR. So yeah, I'll update you later on how my reading goes and what I decide to pick up. Good morning, it is Tuesday the 2nd of February and I'm still in bed and I'm filming this because I haven't got out of bed yet. I'm working from my bed for the next couple of hours because I feel like it, to be quite honest with you. So, did you want to contribute to this vlog, Maggie Moo? Come here then. You're probably just gonna hear her yelling at me because whenever I'm talking she thinks I'm talking to her, so she yells. But anyway, please ignore my face. I haven't got any makeup on, I'm still in my pajamas. It's all... What? Come here then. Hello. Anyway, so yes, I'm still in my pajamas and everything. I'm working from my bed for the first couple of hours of today because I feel like it. Reading wise, I forgot to update yesterday because after work I started to feel really unwell, so I kind of just ended up watching Pretty Woman and eating cheesecake and feeling sorry for myself. I did read a little bit of Red, White and Royal Blue. I read about a chapter. So I definitely think that's going to be the one I'm going to be reading as my main read now. I'm starting to get into it. Chapter 2 is when Henry and Alex start to have to be together and pretend to be best friends. So it's definitely kicking into gear now. I get why people are enjoying it. So yes, I'm definitely going to be using that as my main read and I'll be switching between the audiobook and the physical book. And I guess that's the only reading updates I have for you so far. Hopefully I'll have more b-roll to film for you today because I won't feel as ill, I hope. But yeah, my other plans for the day, I obviously have work. On my lunch break I need to go out and buy some bits and pieces, so you might come with me. I don't know what else I'm going to do. I have therapy in the evening, so probably not a lot. I'm going to try and do a workout today because I missed yesterday's because I wasn't feeling well. So around that, I also need to film my January wrap up because that's meant to be going up on Thursday. And in between all of that, I'm hoping to read a bit more. I'm hoping to get a couple of books out of the way in my first week. So yeah, fingers crossed. Just a quick update before I go back to work after my lunch break. I have been reading Red, White and Royal Blue. I'm on page 75, I think. Let me check. Yes, page 75. So I'm loving this. It's really getting going and I'm really, really into it. It's getting funny now. I'm starting to see the relationships build up and yeah, I really, really like this. I am pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be massively overhyped and I was going to find it boring, but no, I am finding it really cute and funny and yeah, excited to keep reading this. I really don't want to go back to work now. I just want to keep reading. morning. It is Thursday. I didn't update yesterday because I didn't really get any reading done until right before bed, and then I didn't feel like filming. So please ignore this and this. I am still in bed. I'm working from my bed for the first hour of work today because I just didn't feel like getting up today, and I haven't got dressed. I haven't done my hair yet. I will need to eventually because I'm actually going out for an eye test this afternoon, and I do have a lot of video calls at work today, so I will need to get dressed in a minute. But for now, we are sitting in bed with our orange juice and checking emails, and everything is fine. So I have got to chapter 6, I think, in Red, White and Royal Blue. And yeah, I am loving it even more. I'm not gonna do any spoilers, but I'm loving the like sexuality crisis, and it's really cute. It's not what I was expecting at all. Like, it's so much funnier than I was expecting, and in a really different way. And yeah, I just really like it. I'm really intrigued to see where it was going because I thought that the whole fake friendship thing was going to last longer than it did, and obviously we've already moved past that part quite quickly. So yeah, I'm really intrigued to see where this is going and what's going to happen next with these characters. I think I'm about a third of the way through now, so yeah, very excited, very intrigued, and really looking forward to keep reading. I am switching between audiobook and physical, mostly reading it as a physical, but sometimes as audio as well. And yeah, that's all for now. Good morning! It is Friday, and I forgot to update yesterday because I was really busy, but I have read some more of Red, White and Royal Blue. I'm nearly halfway through, I think, and I've just had a few steamy scenes, so that's really good, really fun. And yeah, I am loving it. I can't wait to get through this book, and I am absolutely loving all the characters. I'm loving the plot, so yeah, I am in love with this book. Thank you so much to everyone that pressured me into putting this on my wish list, and to my friend Georgia who bought it for me from my wish list. So yeah, loving that one. Sorry, I'm really low in the frame. It's because I am so short. Okay, but also yesterday I forgot to tell you that I got some exciting book mail. The first thing I got was Show Us Who You Are by Elle McNichol. This is an arc, I guess, but it's a finished copy. So I requested this because I am an Own Voices reviewer, because it is autistic rep and it's by an autistic author. You may know Elle McNichol from A Kind of Spark, which is her first middle grade novel, and that was amazing and I loved it so much. This is another middle grade, and it's kind of a sci-fi about a company that does artificial intelligence who seems to have sinister motives, and a young autistic girl is there to try and stop them, and it sounds really cool. It's all about a young autistic girl saving the day, and I really love that. The other exciting book mail I received was Lovely War by Julie Berry. I heard lots of people talking about this about 6 months ago. Everyone seemed to love it and was super excited for it, and the average rating on Goodreads has been really good. So yeah, I decided eventually when I had a book voucher to pick this one up because it's been at the top of my wish list for so long, and I'm so excited. It's a historical young adult book. I don't know why I paused there, but it's historical young adult, and I believe it's about the First World War, and it's told from the perspective of Greek gods, I want to say. So it sounds really interesting and really unique, and I've heard amazing things, so I was really excited when this one arrived as well. So yeah, I'm going to try and read a lot this weekend. My goal is to finish Red, White and Royal Blue, and then to try and read one of my smaller books to get myself back on track. And I also am going to try and read a lot of my audiobooks and try and get through them that way, because yeah, I really need to get back on top of keeping up with this. But I do have my boyfriend staying with me for the next week or so that does mean I'll be a bit more pressed for reading time, because, you know, I have to spend time with my boyfriend because he's here. But fingers crossed I'll still be able to get plenty of reading done for this readathon. It's officially the weekend! Work is over, please ignore how messy my bed is, but it's the weekend and I'm so excited because that means I can finally get some books read! Ah, I'm excited. So I've literally just finished work, like literally just logged off my computer, and I think I'm probably going to sit down and read Red, White and Royal Blue for a little bit, and I'll listen to the audiobook while I cook dinner. And yeah, I'm hoping to finish Red, White and Royal Blue either today or tomorrow and try and read a book from start to finish on Sunday. But then also next Thursday and Friday I have them off work because Thursday is my anniversary with my boyfriend, and then if you're taking Thursday off, why not just take Friday off too? So hopefully I'll get some extra reading done then, which is really, really exciting. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to try and host sprints or like a readathon or anything, like a 24-hour readathon. So I guess I'll see what I feel like, see if any of my team captains want to help out. So yeah, that is all for now. I am gonna go read and I am super duper happy. Hello, it is Saturday and I have finished Red, White and Royal Blue. I have been reading since I woke up this morning at about 10 o'clock. It's now like 2 o'clock and yeah, I finished it. I absolutely loved it. It was so sweet and so funny, and yeah, I think it's a 5-star read from me. I'm gonna run it through Corpal just to check because I do have a couple of complaints about it, like the chapters are way too long, way too long, and there was a few bits where like you could tell it's written by an American, some of the British parts. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cute and really funny, and I really loved the characters. And honestly, I want more books. I want more books about Henry and Alex. So yeah, that was a great read for me. Next, I'm going to be picking up Diary of a Young Naturalist as a physical book, and I'm going to look and see which audiobook I'm going to pick up next because I was listening to this partially on audiobook as well. I just realised I forgot to tell you how that book related to the readathon at all. A star for me. So that was my book for Ham, which was a book about money or wealth, and that one definitely counts because there's a lot of talk about Henry and Alex using their money to see each other, and I mean they're both rich, so it kind of counts. Yeah, so that's what that one's going to count for. Diary of a Young Naturalist is going to count for Rex, I think, which is a cinnamon roll main character, because I thought Red, White and Royal Blue was going to be my cinnamon roll book and it wasn't. So yeah, and I can do that because it is my group read, so I can use it for any prompt I like and it doesn't have to fit the prompt. Also, I forgot to mention when I was recording that, but my boyfriend and I ordered these cuddly blanket hoodies. They're like huge hoodies and I love it. I am going to live in this forever. And yeah, I'm so happy. It's all like Sherpa fleecy inside, really soft here. So yeah, super happy, and I've been snuggled in it reading all morning, which is amazing. Please excuse the terrible lighting, especially this like glow over here. It's bedtime and I'm in my bed waiting for my boyfriend to be ready for bed as well. So that's why. But I realised the other day I had an experience that I forgot to talk to you about, and I thought I would share a little bit of this experience. Sorry, my hair is a mess. It's the end of the day. I haven't washed my hair in a couple of days, so it looks a mess, but oh well. So let me just try and get rid of that awkward glow in the corner. And again, excuse the mess, it's a Saturday, so oh well. But on Thursday, I actually went and got my eyes tested at the opticians, and it was the weirdest experience I've had since COVID, because it's the first time someone's been close to me, and like it was very well organised there. You had to have an appointment even just to look at the glasses, and I had to wear a mask, I had to sanitize my hands, there were clear places you had to sit, and everything was spaced out really well. The workers were all wearing masks, gloves and aprons, and they used different disinfectant spray in all the rooms, and they wiped everything down before and after you used it. So it was all amazingly clean and very well done like that. But what was really strange was when I was having my eyes tested, you know, when you put the big glasses where they put the lenses in and out to see if it's better or worse, you have to take your mask down to uncover your nose, and I'm obviously a person who always covers my nose properly with my mask, and it was the weirdest experience to be told that I needed to do that. And the same thing happened when I was trying on glasses. They said, you know, like you can pull it down so you can actually see the glasses without them fucking you fucking up, and you're also allowed to take the mask off briefly so you can see what it looks like. And you know, every time I did that, I held my breath. I held my breath to look at my face in the glasses, quickly put it back on, and I tried to keep my nose covered when I didn't have glasses on, but it was just really weird. And then when I was having, like, he does the thing where you shine the light into your eyes, and he was actually so close. He was wearing a visor at that stage because we were so close together, but he was so close that his visor was like touching my nose. And I just realised it's the first time that someone has been that close to me outside of my immediate family and my boyfriend in about 10 months now. And oh, Maggie, you're not supposed to be up there. But yeah, it was just bizarre. And that kind of experience, it's always made me uncomfortable because, you know, autism, close proximity, forced contact, never comfortable. But it was especially uncomfortable because I haven't had anyone be that close to me in so long, and I forgot what that's like. And I knew this was going to be an issue for me when I got back into the normal world after COVID, because I've become so used to not having people touch me. But yeah, I thought I'd share that experience because I don't know if neurotypical people are going to share this experience or if this is going to be just an autistic experience, but it was really strange for me. And yeah, I just wanted to vlog about it because I don't know, I've been putting off going to the opticians because it didn't feel necessary, but since starting my job I have been getting really bad eye strain and headaches, which is why I did go. And I would encourage you, if you've noticed differences in your vision or you're getting headaches and eye strain, to still go to the opticians. I was putting it off over the summer when I wasn't working because that's when it was originally due and I didn't feel any different. But yeah, once I started having symptoms that my eyes were struggling, I did decide to go, and it was good because I did need new glasses and I'm getting new glasses. But yeah, weird experience. I just filmed a video, so I thought I would use the lighting setup and everything to update the vlog with some good lighting. And I am currently reading Diary of a Young Naturalist by Dara McNulty, and this is amazing. It's so much more eloquent and I guess grown up than I was expecting it to be, because Dara is 16 and this is his diary from a year of his life, and I was expecting it to be, I guess, more simplistic than it is, but it's actually very introspective. He uses some very complex language in a way that I really love, and you can get the passion for birds and nature through this so much. So really enjoying it so far. It's going to be a slower read than I was anticipating, but I'm loving reading it. I'm gonna film this outro to my reading vlog now because I don't know if I'm gonna update any more today, so I thought while the lights are all set up I will film this outro. But thank you so much for watching my first week of weekly reading vlogs for Woody's Roundup Readathon. It's the first time I've vlogged in a while, so I'm still getting into the swing of it, and I hope you really enjoyed it. As you know, I only finished one book this week, and that was Red, White and Royal Blue. This one I gave a 5-star rating and I absolutely adored it. When I ran it through Corepile, it got a really high rating, over 9 out of 10. So yeah, it definitely deserves that 5-star rating. I adored it. I want more in this world. I'm really hoping one day Casey McQuiston is going to write more in this world. I'd love a wedding. Like, can we not just have it like the Christmas Prince series where we get like the wedding and then like babies, and I just want to see their whole life, please. Like, yes, please give us more. I hope we get more one day. I absolutely adored this. I binged it very, very quickly yesterday. So yeah, I love it and can't recommend it highly enough. This one was for Ham, which was a book focusing on money or wealth. So yeah, great read for that one. Wasn't a match to my TBR one, but that doesn't matter. And of course, the other book I've been reading is Diary of a Young Naturalist by Dara McNulty. This one I'm not going to be finishing by the end of the month, end of the week. Hopefully I'll finish it by the end of the month. But yeah, I am really enjoying this one as well, and you will see more of it next week.